I told my mother-in-law to die after what she did to me. My mother-in-law has been making my life hard for decades, and I still haven't forgiven her for all the things she has done to me. When I first met her, I was so excited to finally have another woman in my life because my own mother had passed away when I was young, and it had always just been me and my dad. But my mother-in-law, Tess, refused to get along with me. On my birthday, my husband decided to throw a party at their house, but because I accidentally took his mom's parking spot in the driveway, she had my car towed away while we were blowing out the candles on my birthday cake. It was expensive and horrible. The worst thing she did was at my baby shower. She acted suspiciously nice to me and all my friends, complimenting the party even though just the night before, she complained about the decorations I had chosen. While I was busy mingling with guests, Tess baked some homemade cookies to congratulate me on the pregnancy. I unfortunately rejected it because the smell of the cookies made me nauseous, but she kept trying to push me to eat it. When she shoved it to my face, I felt barf travel up my throat, and I ran straight for the nearest bathroom. I threw up in the toilet and sat on the floor for a second to catch my breath. While I was sitting there, I noticed a familiar box in the trash can. My eyes widened when I realized it was an empty box of the morning after pills. I knew it had to be recently dumped because I always made sure to clean and throw out the trash before any guests arrive. I sat there thinking hard about why anyone would bring it to a baby shower. I felt blood rushing the more I sat there thinking, what if someone tried to harm me and my baby? I stepped out of the bathroom and threw the box on the floor. I held back tears while asking, who did this? Everyone looked around at each other, shocked to find something so terrible. We all turned to look at my mother-in-law who had just thrown away an entire batch of cookies, as if it would do anything to hide the evidence. Tess raised an eyebrow and said, what? It wasn't me. Anyway, you should all just leave while we figure this out. Go, get out. She pushed all my guests away while I stood there quietly enraged. She walked over, pretending to comfort me, and pushed me onto the couch to rest while she began cleaning up. I swear, out of the corner of my eye, she was smiling to herself, happy to have ruined the party even if she wasn't successful in feeding me the pills, as far as I knew. I realized then that she would do anything to get me out of her life, but I was a fighter, and I stayed there until she reached retirement. Then, I sent her away to a nursing home. No remorse. After that, my family and I were extremely happy and stable, but when the pandemic hit, we had to bring back my mother-in-law, Tess, because of increased costs at the nursing home. She immediately got busy ruining my life again. Every day was full of constant nagging about how I can't raise my kids right, or how my husband deserves better treatment, or how I should be taking care of the elderly more. Even while I was busy calculating our bills and stressing over our finances, that wretched woman had the audacity to walk over and tell me that I needed to work harder or find a new job with a higher salary to support the family. I was done and tired, and I told her directly, maybe if you kicked the bucket already, we could collect insurance money and be better off. Then we wouldn't have to help pay off all your medical bills or spend another day listening to your selfishness. Her mouth hung open, shocked and hurt, but I meant every word. She was a freeloader who constantly attacked me. Regrettably, I ended up saying it loudly enough that my kids happened to hear it over their cartoons. I had to later talk to them about everything. I gave them time to speak with their grandmother too, even if she didn't deserve it. I was upset, but I needed to teach my kids that there were always two sides to a conflict. After the kids heard Tess's side, and they told her their opinions, she walked over to me and apologized, saying that she didn't know how to act nice to me after years of hating me. She asked me not to bring her back to the nursing home and that she would make changes. I accepted her apology, but I told her that I could never forget any of the mess she put me through. I told her to help me raise the kids properly, and to leave everything else to me and my husband. And if we needed advice, we would personally go to her. She tried her best to do just that, and things were really looking up. But she ended up catching COVID and passing a year after we finally started getting along.